Hi, welcome back to the Cozy Corner Clinic. My name is Danny. Be quiet, quiet, quiet. And I will be taking care of you, I will be taking care of you tonight. So I have your paperwork right here, and it looks like that you are here for a hearing exam, a hearing test, a little bit of an ear exam. No, don't worry about being a little bit early. You're my very first patient of the day. So let's just get started with this. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking you just a few questions off the bat, just a little bit of our standard type of procedure here. So could I please have your name? Perfect. Date of birth? Amazing. Thank you. Is there any specific reason why you're here today? Is there some hearing loss? Have you been having any different sensations with your ears? Anything that I should be aware of before we move forward? Okay. Yeah, we can absolutely check that out. What I'll do is I'm going to start off just by kind of taking a look inside of your ears, just to see if we need to do any slight cleaning in there, and then we're going to move into just a bit of a hearing exam. So just making sure that you're hearing things the way that you need to be hearing them, and we'll also be doing a sensation exam too, because yes, you are here for hearing, but we also want to make sure we're checking in on the health of your overall ear. So we just want to make sure that you're able to feel exactly the same thing on both sides. Does that sound good? Okay, amazing. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to put your chart down here for a second. And the first thing that we're going to be doing is I'm just going to be taking a quick look inside of your ear. So I just want you to look forward. If you want, you can just look at this fun cat right here. Yep. His name is Commander Whiskers. So you can just take a look at that cat. I want you to keep on looking forward. I'm just going to go to either side and take a quick peek inside of your ears, okay? Okay, amazing. Sounds good. Yeah, okay. No, this ear is looking very good. I do see a little bit of wax buildup that we can definitely take care of today. But other than that, everything looks really healthy. Okay, I'm just gonna take a look on the other side. Okay, so just keep on looking forward. Keep on looking forward. Good job. Okay. Okay, yes. This one does have a little bit more wax buildup, but overall structure still looks very good. Have you been having any issues with hearing on this side? Have you noticed that it sounds a little bit more muffled? No, not really. Okay, well, we'll just make sure that we take care of that first. So amazing. Everything, the structure of your ear looks great. What I am going to do next, after taking just a quick peek, is a bit of a sensation test. So I took a good look inside of your ears. Everything, like I said, is looking really nice. So what we're going to do now is I just want to make sure that you can feel the same on both sides. Yep, it'll just be very quick. And then we're going to move on to a little bit of a different type of hearing test. So are you ready for that? Okay, perfect. I want you to just keep on either looking at my nose or look straight ahead. Okay, you ready? Are you able to feel that? Good. Okay, good. I'm going to be touching the other side of the ear now, okay? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm just going to touch the down by the lobe of the ear now. Yeah, everything's feeling very good. Are you able to feel, did it feel the same on both sides? Okay, that sounds great. That sounds really good. So the next test that we're going to be doing is I have two different types of scissors that we're going to be working with. I have two different types of scissors that we're going to be working with. I do have a pair of slightly bigger scissors and then slightly smaller scissors. They will not be cutting your hair. They will not be even getting that close to you. I would just like you to tell me if you can hear a difference. I'm not going to tell you which scissors they are yet. I just want to see if you can hear a difference between the two. Does that sound good? Okay, amazing. Good. 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 Yes. Good. Good. Nice. Perfect. Okay, that was great. You did a great job. So the next test that we're going to be going into is that I have a very fluffy brush and then I have a slightly denser brush. It's not hard or anything like that. So I'm going to be just touching the outside of your ears with both of these, like one or the other, and I would like you to tell me which one you feel. Does that sound good? Okay, amazing. Good job. Yes, that was the smaller brush. Good job. Fluffy brush. Good. The smaller brush. That's right. That's the fluffy one. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to be touching your ears at the same time, and I would like you to tell me which brush you think is on what ear. Okay, you ready? Good job. That was good. Okay, we're going to go again. Yes, that's correct. It was the same. Good job. Perfect, perfect. Okay, that sounds good. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take this slightly smaller brush and I'm going to go a little bit deeper inside of your ear just to see if I can brush away a little bit of that wax to begin with. Does that sound good? Okay, amazing. I'm just going to come right over here. I'm just going to come over here and just kind of get, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to try and brush a little bit of that away. I am. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to brush. It's kind of got it out a little bit, so I'm just going to brush. Good job. Okay. Perfect. I was able to kind of bring that out a little bit. So I'm going to do that to the other side. This one had a little bit more earwax in it. So if it doesn't come out all the way, that is okay. I have some other tools that we will definitely be using to make sure that we clean that ear up fully, okay? Okay, sounds good. I just want you to look forward, okay? You can keep on looking at that fun cat over there, okay? Just gonna brush. Okay, let's see if I can get that out just a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me just get that now out. Good. Okay, that was perfect. So I was able to kind of bring it out a little bit. So the next thing that I want to do is we're going to continue on with our hearing test. So I have something made of wood, and then I have something made of plastic, and I want you to tell me which you hear on what side. Okay? Perfect. Good. 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 Okay. Good job. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to have them happen at the same time, and I would like you to tell me on which side you hear the wood and which side you hear the plastic. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. Good. Good. Okay, amazing. Now what I would like you to do is I want you to tell me how many times you hear me tapping on the plastic item, okay? Mm-hmm. 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 That was 5. 1, 2, 6. 1. 7. 3. 5. Good. 2. Good job. Good job. Okay. It seems like that's going really well. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with the wood. I'm really just trying to check to see if there's different tones that you're able to hear a little bit easier versus others. So I'm going to be doing the exact same test, but with the wooden item. This has a little bit of a brighter tone to it, and there are some people that aren't able to hear the dull tones as easy as they're able to hear the brighter tones. So I want you to tell me exactly the same thing that we just did. How many times do you hear me tapping on the wooden item? Okay, perfect. 4, 2, 5, good. 6, good. 4, yeah, I did change the tone a little bit. Yep, good. 2, perfect. 7, good job. Perfect. 2, good, 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 good. Okay, everything is going super well. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be checking textures. So this is going to be more of a feel test as opposed to just a hearing test. So I do have a little bit of cotton, and I have a sponge. They're both very, very, very soft. What I would like you to do is I would like you to tell me which you feel. Do you feel the cotton or do you feel the sponge? Okay, perfect. So we have good. Good. Perfect. Okay. Good. Okay. Now we're going to be moving to the sponge has 2 sides. It has a soft side, it has a slightly rougher side. This is going to be a hearing test. So what I want you to do is let me know when you hear the soft side versus the rough side. Okay, perfect. Good. Good job. Good. Good. Okay, perfect. You're doing great. You are doing absolutely great. Okay. So, the next test that we have is I have a marker here. I have a it's not like a huge marker, but it is a marker versus a pencil. So I would like you to tell me if you hear the marker versus the pencil. Okay, perfect. Let's get going. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good, you're doing great. Okay, I'm just gonna come over here. Mm-hmm. Good job. Good job. Okay. So now that we've done that part of this, I am gonna go back. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna get a little bit deeper into your ears, so I am gonna be putting on some gloves for this. Oh my god. Yep, so I am gonna be putting on some gloves for this, and I am just gonna be taking a little bit of a closer look inside of your ear, and I will be removing some of that earwax that's in there. So I just want you to look straight ahead. Yep, just keep on looking straight ahead. Again, you can look at Commander Whiskers if you would like. Okay, are you ready? I'm just gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna come a little bit closer into your ear. Yep, okay, perfect. It's really coming out nice. Yeah. Good job. Okay. I'm just gonna go a little bit in there and just kind of see if there's anything else in there that I need to check out. Okay. No, everything is looking great. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna take a look in this ear and do the exact same thing, okay? So just keep on looking ahead. Okay. Oh, okay, perfect. Good job. Good job. Good job. Is this uncomfortable at all? Okay, perfect. Okay, I was able to get most of the things out. I am just going to feel around and make sure that everything is good. So everything is looking good. Okay, perfect. Okay. Amazing. I'm going to do the same exact thing over on this side. Just take a look at like the structure of your ear again. Okay. Okay, everything's looking really good. Good job. Okay, I'm just going to, there's just like one more little piece in here that I'm going to get with one of these tweezers. They're not sharp at all. Okay. Okay, perfect. I was able to grab that. Okay. Now that your ears are all clean, we are going to be moving into the next section of our hearing test. So what I have these headphones. They're super soft, and I'm going to be placing them over your ears, and then your hearing will be a little bit more muffled. So this part of the hearing test is going to go more into that like different tones that you're hearing, and we're just wanted to see exactly like how low of a tone you can hear and everything like that. But it'll be pretty much the exact same type of hearing test that you just did. So does that sound good? Okay, great. So I'm just going to put these over your ears. That's great. That is great. Yep, I'm just going to make sure that they are sitting nice. And does that sound good? Okay, it should sound a little bit more muffled. Does it? Okay, that is totally fine. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is going to be doing that scissor test again. So I'm going to be, using two different types of scissors, and I want you to tell me if you can hear the difference between those two scissors, okay? Good. I know it might be a little bit more difficult to hear, but that's okay. Are you still able to hear the tones though? Good. Good job. Okay. Good. Good. Perfect. Perfect. That was great. So here we are going to go back into the plastic sounds and the wood sounds. Okay. So I want you to tell me if you hear the difference between the plastic sounds and the wood sounds, okay? Okay. Okay, what do you hear? Wood, plastic, wood, wood, plastic, plastic. That's good. Good. Perfect. Now I want you to tell me on what side you hear the wood or the plastic, okay? Mm-hmm. 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 Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now I want you to tell me how many times you hear me tapping on the plastic item, okay? Good. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Were you able to catch that? That's a little bit difficult to catch. Okay. We're gonna go back to the wood one, okay? So I want you to tell me how many times you hear me tapping the wood item. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. 5. Good. 6. Nice. 3. Mm-hmm. 5. Good. 2. Mm-hmm. Perfect. 3. Good job. Good job. Good job. You're doing great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stand behind you for this one. I have what we call an ear brush. So it has 2 different widths of comb, and I'm going to stand behind you. I would like you to tell me if you hear the wider or if you hear the thinner width, okay? Perfect. I'm just going to come stand right behind here. Okay, perfect. Good, wide. Good, narrow. Wide. Wide, good. Narrow. Wide. Narrow. 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 That was a great job. Really great job. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side, okay? Okay. Hi, perfect. All right. Wide. Wide. Good. Wide. Narrow. Wide. Narrow. Narrow. Wide. Perfect. You did so well. Okay. So before we remove these, I'm going to do one more type of hearing test where I'm going to whisper certain words in each of your ears, and I want you to repeat them back to me, okay? Perfect. Chocolate. Good. Coconut. Good. Relax. Good. Sleepy. Good, 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 good. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going now, okay? You good? Okay. Bear. Cat. Good. Baseball. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna say 2 sentences in each ear, and I want you to repeat it back to me, okay? Great. It was really warm outside. Okay, amazing. Gonna go over here now. The ice cream truck didn't come. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna do one more sentence on each side, okay? Okay, good. He didn't want to go to the party. She ordered a glass of water. Perfect. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these off of you, okay? You did such a great job. You should be hearing just a little bit better now, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one last look in these ears, and then I'll write everything up in our report so we can make sure that we keep everything on file for you for the next time that you come, and you'll be able to go on your little way. Does that sound good? Okay, so I'm just going to take one more look. If you wouldn't mind, again, just looking at Commander Whiskers. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Good. Okay, yep, we've cleaned all the wax out. That all looks great. Okay, looks great. I'm going to look on the other side, okay? Okay, perfect. I'm just going to come in here. I'm just going to... Okay, that looks good. Okay, perfect. One more, just like feeling around your ear a little bit. Yep, that all looks great. And over here, down by your earlobe. Yes, everything looks fantastic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and write that up in this report here. And so for the next time that you come in, we'll have everything on file for you and you'll be all good to go.